Hello students, welcome to the third session of Database Management System Unit 2, that is data modeling using the entity relationship model. In previous session we have learned what are entities, what are attributes, what are relationships, and also we have learned the different types of attributes. In today's session I am going to explain what are entity types, what are entity sets, what are key attributes, and also value set. Let's start with entity types. Entity type is a collection of similar entities. Students, in the previous session I have explained entities. What are entities? Entities are the real world object. In that we have seen employee as an entity, car as an entity, book as an entity. Here I have taken employee entity for an example. See this diagram. Here we are having employee entity. Employee entity, we are storing n number of employee records, that is E1, E2, E3 up to En. So here we are going to store n number of employee records. Consider n is 10. That means here we are storing 10 employee records. Now this 10 employee records are of type employee, right? That means employee 3 also has SSN name department project. Employee 2 also has SSN name department project. So here all the employee entities has the same set of attributes and the values, right? So here that is nothing but the collection of similar entities. So here we are collecting all the employees data in one record. In one table, that is in an employee table, right? So here the employee itself is called as the entity type. Okay, so what is an entity type here? Entity type is a collection of similar entities. See here I cannot add student entity here, right? Student entity will have different attribute set. Student entity will be having student name, student register number, student semester, student address, etc. So that cannot be of employee type. So here employee E1, E2, E3 up to En are of type employee. That's why here employee is called as entity type. Okay. Then let's see what is an entity set. Entity set is a collection of entities of similar entity type at a point of time. See here, in this example, I have given E1, E2, E3 up to N. Consider N as 10. That means at this point of time, I have 10 employee records, right? So this 10 employee records at this point of time is called as entity set. That is, remember we have discussed schemas and instances, right? Schemas are nothing but the structures, whereas instances are the data stored at that point of time, right? So here whenever we are talking about entity set, that means we are talking about the data stored in that entity type, okay, at that particular time. Okay, so here at this point of time I am having 10 employee records. That 10 employee records, in that each record is one element of an entity set, that is an employee entity set. Okay, so here the entity type is employee and entity set is I am having 10 employee records. Each record is one element of a set. So here employee entity set has 10 elements, that is the 10 records. Okay, I think you have understood. Let's see another example. See here I have taken student records. See here student is an entity. Okay, and here student entity is having 4 records. Okay, then what is the entity type here? That means here we are having 4 records, 112, 113, 114 and 116. Here these 4 records belong to the same entity type, right? That is the student entity type. That's why here the entity type is student. Okay, so here the entity type of these records is student. And here what are all the attributes here? Register number, name, SEM, address, age. So these are all the common attributes of student entities. Okay, and what is the entity set here? See here in this diagram, the entity set we are having is 112 Raju 3 GLB 17. That is the one element of a set. The second element is the second record. The third element is the third record. The fourth element is the fourth record. See, that's why here the entity set is the first record as one element, second record as second element, third record as third element, fourth record as fourth element. If I insert one more record for this student data, then the entity set will become 5 elements. Okay. If I delete 3 records in this student data, then the entity set will contain only one element, that is only one entity record. Okay. So basically what is a entity type? It is the collection of similar entities. Okay. And what are the attributes? That is the properties of an entity. And what are entity set? That is the collection of similar entities. Collection of entities of similar entity type at a point of time. Okay. So I think you have understood what is entity type and entity set. Let's move on to our next topic, that is key attributes. What are key attributes? See here, attributes we have already seen, that is the property of an entity. And in that we have a key attributes. See here, these key attributes are used to identify an entity in an entity set. For example, a register number is a key attribute used to identify a student entity in an entity set. See here, consider an example. Here we are considering student entity as an example. Here entity type is student. Entity set is 4 records. Okay. And attribute is register number, name, SEM, address, age and Aadhaar number. See here, can I use name attribute to identify a particular student? Can I use? Okay, let's consider Raju. See, if I want to know the address, if I want to know the age of Raju, then using name, can I get the age of Raju? See here, I am having Raju here also and Raju here also. And if I want to know the age of Raju, then it will give 2 values, that is 17 and 18. So using this name, I cannot identify a particular Raju which I want, right? So if I use a register number instead of name, see here, if I use 112 to identify that particular student and I want to know the age of that student, then using 112, I'll get 17 as a age. I am going to get only one value for my required answer. So here that is the correct answer. That means if I use name to identify a student, then it will not identify a single student because more than one student can be having same name. More than one student may have same name, right? So using name I cannot identify a particular student. So I need an unique number to identify a student. So using register number I can identify a particular student, right? See, for example, in our class, a student named Raju has topped the class. Consider an example. If Raju has topped the class, then I want to know the address of Raju. If I go and see in this table, I will see Gulbarga as address. And here I am going to see two addresses for Raju. One for Gulbarga, one for the first record and another for the third record. Okay, so here I am getting two address for Raju, which is not the correct thing. So by considering the name, I cannot identify a particular student. I need some unique identification number that can be achieved using register number. So using register number, I can identify a particular student entity. Okay, so that's why here the register number is called as the key or primary key. Okay, and here this student records also contains Aadhaar number. Each student will be having Aadhaar number, and no students have the same Aadhaar numbers. That means there is no duplication of Aadhaar numbers, right? Every student will be having different Aadhaar numbers. That is the unique Aadhaar number. So here, using that Aadhaar number also, I can identify a particular student, right? So here Aadhaar number is also a key. Okay, whereas using age, I cannot identify a particular student because age is repeated for all the students. See here, two students are having same age, and two students here having 17 as the same age, and two students are having 18 as the same age. So using the age attribute also, I cannot identify the records. And using the address also, I cannot identify the records because here three students are having the same address GLB, that is Gulbarga, right? So here I cannot use address to identify any record. I cannot use age to identify any record. And also here I cannot use SEM because three students are having same SEM 3. If I use SEM to identify any record, that I'll get three records. But I need one record, no, to identify something. So SEM is also not a key. Name is also not a key because two students are having same name as Raju here. So that's why here the unique numbers. Here register numbers are not repeating. So that's why register number is a key. And Aadhaar number is also not repeating. That's why Aadhaar number is also a key. Okay. So basically what is a key? Key attributes are those attributes using which we can identify a particular entity. Okay. Particular entity in an entity set. See here entities in this, we are having 4 elements of an entity set, right? In this entity set we are having 4 elements. In order to identify one element in that entity set, we need register number or Aadhaar number. So that is the key attribute. Okay. Let's see our next topic. That is value sets. See here value sets are also called as domain of attributes. Okay. So this domain of attributes are the acceptable values for an attribute. Okay. These are mentioned during the database schema design itself. Remember in the first session I have told you, while creating a schema we need to specify the data type and also the size of an attribute. So here the data type and size, that is completely belongs to the domain of attribute. See here for an example, domain of name is nothing but A to Z, capital A to Z or small letters A to Z and a blank character. See, this domain tells what are all the characters or the special characters, what are all the values I can enter for name. See, for the name I can enter only the letters. I cannot enter numbers for name. So here numbers are not allowed for name. That's why the domain of name is only characters along with a blank space, right? So first name and a blank space, second name and a blank space, third name and the last name, right? So here alphabets along with a blank character is allowed for name. So this is called as the domain of name. We can represent this domain of name like this, DOM of, here you need to mention attributes. Okay, so the domain of attribute name here is capital A to Z. You can use capital letters or you can also use small letters and a blank character. And the domain of phone number, we cannot enter a characters for phone number, right? We can enter only numbers, that is the digits for phone number. So here the domain of phone number is 0 to 9, and here you can mention the size 0 to 9. Any one from 0 to 9 is the first digit. Second digit, any one number from 0 to 9. Third digit, any one from 0 to 9. Up to 10 digits are allowed. Here we can mention it continuously. Here we can mention it continuously. Up to how many digits we are going to enter. So that is the domain or value set. So value set are nothing but the acceptable values for an attribute. Okay. See here, let's consider this student example once again. See here, what is the domain of register number? Domain of register number here is 0 to 9. It accepts only, see here, it accepts only the digits, right? That is the domain for register number. What is the domain for name here? It accepts only alphabets, that is A to Z, capital A to Z, small a to Z and a blank character. Okay, that is the domain of name. What is the domain of SEM? Domain of SEM may be here, you cannot enter 0 to 9. SEM for a diploma students, it should accept only 1 to 6. It should not accept 0, right? 0, there is no SEM called 0. There should be first SEM, second SEM, third SEM, fourth SEM, fifth SEM, sixth SEM. For engineering, there is up to 1 to 8 SEM. So here for diploma students, the SEM is 1 to 6. Okay, so this is the domain for semester. Okay, and here what is the domain for address? See, address contains characters as well as the digits also, numbers also. So here the domain of address is A to Z characters along with the numbers. Okay, then what is the domain of age? Domain of age is numbers. Okay, and what is the domain of Aadhaar number? That is number 0 to 9. Okay, so these are all the domains of the student entity attributes. Okay, I think you have understood what is a domain or value set. Okay, here we can restrict, see in this age also we can restrict the domain or value set. Like age must be greater than 50 and age must be less than 40 or less than 30. So here we can restrict the domain. Age must be greater than 15 and less than 40. If there is any maximum limit, then we can also mention that maximum limit. If there is a minimum limit, we can also mention the limit. So here in this domain of attributes, in this domain of attributes, we need to mention what are all the acceptable values for an attributes. Okay. So in today's session, we have seen, we have learned what are entity types and what are entity set. Entity types are nothing but the collection of similar entities. Entity set is a collection of entities of similar entity type at a point of time, at particular point of time. Okay. So we have also seen an example, and then we have learned what is a key attribute. It is used to identify a particular entity in an entity set. Okay. And what are value sets. So these are all the references for today's content. Do join with me for the next session. Thank you, students.